What is going on, beloved? It's your girl Ty, and welcome back again to Live with Ty. Alright, you guys, before we get into today's video, if you guys are new to the beloved crew, here at my channel I dive into my life as a mother, being an entrepreneur, as well as some lifestyle content sprinkled in between. So if you guys are interested in this type of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with all your friends and family. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, you guys, I do want to put out a disclaimer before I get into this video. This is about to be real raw, and I really just want to speak from the heart. This is something that I wanted to talk about for a while now, and I'm really starting to replicate this type of energy. So I wanted to share with you guys. There's a lot of things that we go through that we don't have the community or the sisterhood to like share our thoughts and emotions and our experiences, to kind of know that we're not alone in this type of aspect. So I'm here to just share the things that I have been feeling and going through, and hopefully I can articulate myself in a way that you guys will be able to receive and understand where I'm coming from, and know that this is a place, this is a sacred place where we can share and conversate, and you know, it's a safe place, sis, okay? It's a safe place. Alright, let's just jump right into this. I have my little handy dandy notebook with my notes and all that stuff written down, so I'm not going to be all over the place. Hopefully I can articulate myself in a way that you guys can receive this and just understand where your girl is coming from, okay? What is the definition between being selfless versus being selfish? Now, let's go ahead and ask Google, because everybody loves Google, okay? What is the definition of being selfless? Okay, the definition of being selfless is having no concern for self. Basically, like, you're so much consumed with what other people got going on that you neglect the well-being of yourself. Alright, so now we're looking at what's the definition of selfish. Lacking consideration for others, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. Alright guys, so the reason why I wanted to start off with those two definitions is because those are the two roles that I have experienced. Let's take a roll down memory lane. Who is Tiana? Who am I? I am the type of person, and I have always been this type of person, who is extremely introverted. I am extremely shy. Even though like my personality on here may seem very outgoing, if you were to meet me in real life and I don't know you, like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing, because I be like very, like, I have anxiety when I meet new people. I'm also the type of person who does not like conflict. I do not like causing conflict, and I don't like tension. I really don't like tension. And yeah, so that's the type of person that I am, and that's the type of person that I've always been. However, on the flip side of that, I recently made a post, I think this was yesterday, this was on Saturday. I made a post on Saturday where I was basically stating that I'm about to start embodying and giving out selfish energy. Now, I wanted to clarify that on this video because it kind of stirred up a lot of conversations when I said that, because everyone has this negative perception of being selfish. And I want to really change the perspective on that term, because it's not as negative as it is sought out to be. My definition of embodying selfish energy is really, it's a form of self-care for me. Self-love, self-care, whatever you want to call it. That is what I'm trying to embody when it comes to me saying that I'm trying to have selfish energy from this point forward. Reason being, because I'm the type of person who like to just get along to get along. And I know that sounds kind of bad, but you know, like I said, I don't like conflict, I don't like tension, I don't like being the reason for people to be uncomfortable at all. So I would just go along to get along, even if it was to cost me my own personal like uncomfortability. Is that a word? Uncomfortability? Uncomfort, whatever, you guys know what I mean. So I recently, this past weekend, have come to terms with that is really not healthy, and I started to see the toll that it holds on me just this past weekend. And I'm 23 years old, and I'm just now coming to the point where I am learning to not say okay to everything, because it will literally drag me down. Like, when I say drag me down, baby, like, it's just a toll, brick by brick, trying to bury me in the ground. And I can't hold that weight no more. I don't have it in me to hold, and I don't want it to start to affect the people that I love most, like my kids, my fiance. I don't got the time to be dealing with outside things that I really don't want to deal with, but because I'm too afraid to say no, or I'm too afraid to make someone else uncomfortable, it's just gonna start to affect me personally, and my family, and my household, and it just don't sit right with me. No more. I have 2 kids who look up to me. Zayla looks up to me. She's only 3 years old, and she's literally smarter than y'all. Like, when I say this, she has the comprehension of someone who was like a teenager, and she's only 3 years old. It literally amazes me every day. But because of her comprehension levels are so high, it makes me want to really check myself to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can in my power so that she is getting the best, what is the word that I'm trying to say, role model out of me that she can possible. I want to be the role model for my daughter that sets the tone for how she's about to carry out the rest of her life. So if I'm sitting here just saying yes to everything, or just being okay with things that I'm really not okay with, or just thinking to myself, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that big of a deal, so let me just go ahead and do it, even though deep down inside I really just don't want to do anything, or don't want to be bothered, or don't want to have a conversation, or whatever the case is, then that's not good for myself, and I don't want my daughter or my son to ever feel like that when it comes time. Last week I came across this post where it stated, like, you disrespect yourself every single time you say yes when you really want to say no. And I swear I seen that post about like 10 times last week, and I just took it and I ran with it, because no, truer words have never been spoken. So sometimes you have to come across things a couple of times for you to really realize the message that they're trying to reach out to you so that you can receive. So literally, by me seeing that probably about like 10 times last week, I was like, okay, like, I can't even get by this. They're talking to me. I am this person that they're referring to, and I need to just listen. That's what I need to do. Embodying this selfish new type of vibe, or new type of persona, for me means 3 things in particular. One being the accessibility part. Y'all not about to get none of this, okay? Y'all not about to have all this access to me. I'm not about to allow it, because I'm protecting my peace. Number 2 is protecting my peace. I'm not sacrificing my sanity. I'm not sacrificing my inner peace. I'm not sacrificing anything good that I have been working so hard to obtain. No more. For the better of anyone other than myself and my kids and my household. That's what it is. That's what's going to be. And everybody's gonna have to respect it and act accordingly, because that's what I'm doing. And y'all should recommend the people who love you most to do the same, because if they really love you, then they will see that at the end of the day you're doing all this to better yourself. And that's another thing. Like, I feel as if us as women, or us as a community in general, we don't really have the tools to have these types of conversations and it be beneficial. Like, how many of you could ever say that you had a real honest conversation with someone that is close to you and wasn't judged for it? Just because things have been okay to do in the past don't mean that we have to continue on that cycle. And that is one of my biggest things, like breaking generational curses, whether it's with financials, whether it's with relationships, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to be that one person to nip it in the bud right now, because I know the effect that it has had on me, and I refuse for it to affect my children in the same way that it has affected me. So doing everything in my power right now at 23 years old to make sure that I'm good and I'm in the best mental capacity to educate and to be that role model for my children, that's literally all that matters to me. Whew. So yeah guys, I hope I was able to like explain to you guys exactly what it is that I mean by embodying selfish energy. It's in no way, shape, or form to be like a mean, bitter person. It has everything to do with my mental health and just making sure that I'm good for my kids and being the best role model that I can, period, for them and for anyone else who looks up to me or you know, watches my video, comes across my Instagram feed and just looking for inspiration or someone to relate to. I say this all the time. I am literally a growing soul. I'm a growing being. I'm learning things that I wasn't educated on in the past, and I'm learning and I'm growing along with it. Like, this is a continuous journey. I've been on my self-love, self-care journey for going on 2 years now, so it's still very much new to me, and I'm still trying to figure out, you know, what works, what doesn't work for me. But as I am continuing to embark on this journey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in and hearing me out and just letting me grow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Talks with Tai Tuesday, selfless versus selfishness, and I hope some of the things that I was like saying really like made sense, because sometimes I feel as if I be talking but I just be talking in circles and y'all not really understanding the things that I think you're understanding in my head. So comment down below if you guys, you know, understood where I'm coming from or have ever felt the way that I'm feeling currently right now. Just trying to get rid of anything that is not pursuing me to become my best self, that is holding me back from really reaching that level of extreme self-love, self-care that I really need. If you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with all your friends and family. Leave some comments down in the comment section below on some things that you guys took away from today's video, if anything at all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.